Hello everyone, this is Sumita Gupta. Welcome you all for my lecture 12 of electronic device in circuits, that is analysis and design of biasing circuits for BJT, that is fixed bias. So today's topics are need of biasing, then BJT fixed bias and drawbacks of the fixed bias. So first of all, we need to understand what is the meaning of the biasing. If you have attended or you have listened my previous lecture, I have already explained you the concept of DC operating point, or we can say Q point. I have already explained the concept of DC load line. Okay, so need of biasing. First of all, what do you mean by biasing? Biasing is giving or applying some supply. Biasing means, if you remember the concept of diode, BJT, there will be forward bias, reverse bias. So what do you mean by bias? Bias means we have to apply some voltage, some supply, that is biasing. But why we need biasing? So we need biasing due to this Q point. This Q point should be stable. This Q point should be correct. Okay, if you remember the concept of the previous lecture, this is the output characteristics of transistors. See, this is the output characteristics of transistor, and this characteristics is drawn between IC and BC when IB is constant. It can be this, it can be this. And there was one DC load line. So intersection of DC load line with the characteristics is called Q point. Again listen, intersection of the output characteristics with this load line called DC operating point, or we can say Q point. But this Q point can be this, can be this, can be this, can be this, can be this. So I have already explained in the previous lecture, if Q point is near cutoff region, then negative part will be clear. If Q point is near saturation region, then positive part will be. Again listen, if Q point is near cutoff region, then negative part will be clipped. If Q point is near saturation region, then positive part will be clipped. Positive part of the output waveform will be clipped. So we need Q point should be exactly at the midpoint of the center line. Okay, midpoint of center line, or it should be in active region. That is the requirement of biasing. Biasing is required to keep this point stable, to keep this point exactly in the middle of the load line, so that nothing part will be clipped. We will get the, otherwise if part will be clipped, it will not work as an amplifier. So that is the main requirement of the biasing. So in biasing, there are various types of biasing: fixed bias, collective to base bias, voltage divider bias. So then today we'll cover VGT fixed bias. So this is the circuit of BJT fixed bias. So in short, you understand bias means you calculate the Q point. This is the configuration of common emitter amplifier, because emitter is grounded or it's common between collector and base. Okay. Now we have to calculate the Q point. Okay. So for calculating Q point, remember we have to apply KVL at input side and KVL at the output side. If we'll apply KVL at the input side, what will the equation? BCC minus IBRB minus BB equals to 0. BCC minus IBRB minus BB equals to 0. From this equation, IB equals to BCC minus BB upon RB. Okay. So if you know what is Q point, Q point is, if you see this graph, Q point is between IC and BC. So Q point is definitely, Q point means we have to derive the we have to define the value of IC and BC. IC and BC. We want to calculate IC and BC. Okay. So for IC, what we have to do, we have to calculate first of all IB. So we have taken KVL BCC minus IBRB, okay, and minus BBE equals to 0. From this is IB, and you know the relation of IC is beta IB. Beta is common emitter current gain, so IC equals to beta IB. So from this, what happens? IC is calculated. Now remember the expression of IB, BCC is constant, BB is constant, RB is also constant. Or we can say BCC is fixed, BB is fixed, RB is fixed. That's why its name is fixed bias. Okay. Now, first point of Q point is calculated, that is IC. What we want to calculate next? BC. So now we have to apply KVL in the outside. So what is that equation? BCC minus ICRC minus BC. This BCC minus ICRC, what across this, minus BC equals to 0. From this equation, BC equals to BCC minus ICRC. So remember this thing always, whenever you are doing any biasing, so what you are doing, you are ultimately calculating the Q point. Again, remember, if they are doing any biasing, means what? Why are you doing biasing? You are doing biasing only for Q point. So you have to calculate Q point. You have to calculate the output voltage and current. That is IC and BCE. But if the configuration is common base, common collector, then the parameters of Q point will not be IC, BCE. That depends on the configuration. So remember, what is the output terminal? Here output terminal is C, that's why output current is IC, output voltage is BC. Okay, that is the fixed bias we have derived for the Q point. But what is the drawback of the fixed bias? Okay, so there are two main points. That is, first of all, stability factor. Means how Q point is stable. It is a parameter which decides to what extent a biasing method is successful. Means Q point is not disturbed. So ideally, if we are taking the equation of current, that is IC equals to 1 plus beta IC naught plus beta IB. Generally, we used to take IC equals to beta IB, but that is correct. That is incorrect. For ideally, there is some leakage current also. This is IC naught is equals to ICE naught, means collector to ammeter leakage current. Or we can say it's a leakage current, IC naught. Okay, so as per this equation, IC equals to 1 plus beta IC naught plus beta IB. In this equation, suppose we are differentiating this equation with respect to IC, then IC differentiation will be 1. Okay, then 1 plus beta IC naught is a variable, so it will be DIC naught upon DIC plus beta DIB over DIC. Now we are talking about the stability of what? Stability of output current. Mainly, main parameter is what is Y on in load line on output characteristic. This is DC is X axis, on IC is on Y axis. So main parameter is our output current. Okay, so change in output current due to change in leakage current is our stability factor. Change in output current due to change in leakage current, that is our stability factor. So in this equation, this is DIC naught upon DIC. So it will be 1 upon S by this equation. Again, listen carefully. Stability factor means output current. Output current is our IC. So how much current is changing due to leakage current? It should not be changed actually, but how much current is changing due to leakage current, that is our stability factor. So here DIC naught upon DIC, it is 1 upon S. When we'll solve this equation, then S will be 1 plus beta upon 1 minus beta DIB over DIC. Now, this is the equation of stability factor that is fixed for every equation. Okay, but in our case, what if you remember this, we have find this equation of IB BCC minus BBB upon RB. Okay, now differentiate this equation with respect to IC. Since IC term is not there, so this differentiation will be 0. If this differentiation will be 0, and when you will put the values in this equation of S equals to 1 plus beta upon 1 minus beta into this term is 0. 0 something multiplies 0. So S is 1 plus beta. 1 plus beta means now S, that is stability depending on the parameter beta. Suppose beta is changing from 10 to 100, 20 to 200, 5, whatever the value, S is changing, stability is changing, means ultimately the position of Q point is changing. So that is the main drawback of the fixed bias. Second drawback is thermal runaway. Now, first of all, what is thermal? Whenever the word thermal came into mind, means we are talking about the temperature. Okay. Suppose temperature increases, what will happen? First of all, collector current, or we can say by any means collector current increases. What will happen when collector current increases? power dissipation increase. What do you mean by power dissipation? Power dissipation is voltage into current. So if current increases, definitely power increases. If power increases, okay, power increases, then what will happen? The junction resistance will decreases. Okay, this was the junction resistance will decrease. If junction resistance decreases, ultimately again current will increases, and this cycle will goes on. Again, listen. First of all, IC increases. Uh, okay, see the equation of IC equals to beta IB plus IC naught, means if leakage current increases by any means, then IC increases. IC increases, power dissipation increases. Power dissipation increases, the power dissipation of the junction increases. Okay, so again temperature increases, again resistance decreases, again current increases, this goes on, and then it will again and again happen. Then what will happen? More heat will be there that can damage the transistor. That is the concept of thermal runaway. If by any means leakage current increases, or we can say through the temperature increases, leakage current increases, collector current increases, power dissipation increases, again temperature increases, again current increases, again current increases, again power dissipation increases, again temperature increases, again current increases, and then it will go again and again. Then what will happen? More heat will be there, and more participation will be there. Then ultimately after some time it can damage the transistor. So we should avoid, there should be no thermal runaway. So in fixed bias, there is a possibility of thermal runaway. Why? Because if you remember, the differentiation of IB current was 0. So from this differentiation, what you understand? We understand whatever the changing in IC, but changing in IB is 0. Whatever the changing in IC, but changing in IB is 0, means you can say, what if IC increases by any reason, but IB is not changing. So we cannot control current IC by IB, and means correct step to reduce IC is absent. Means if you remember, IC equals to beta IB. So if you want to decrease the IC, so you should reduce IB. Means you can control IC through IB, but what is it saying? That whatever changes in IC, but changes in IB will be 0. So corrective measure is again 0, so means there is very poor stability. So in short, in fixed bias, there is a poor stability due to stability factor, thermal runaway. So we cannot use fixed bias for the circuits. Thank you so much. If you like it, like it. Good luck. God bless you.